Welcome to Gen X Files. I'm Angel.
I'm Dash.
And I'm Melz. And if you're listening, I want to believe you're a friend.
And tonight, we're learning the government lying to us used to be way more fun.
So, we just finished watching the first episode of The X-Files. You, Angel, for the very first time.
Yes. And it was very interesting.
Are you just automatically just totally excited for everything coming forward?
I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen because it's pretty crazy.
It starts off with a pretty crazy one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It doesn't hold your hand at all. It just kind of throws you into the fire for sure.
Yeah, it just gets like crazy conspiracy theory-ness just off the rip.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, we're going to kind of sideways step into this. It's like a full sprint into what the fuck is going on.
Oh, what in the X-Files?
So, you guys want to talk about the episode?
Yes.
So, this is called The Pilot, or just Pilot, whatever, 101, whatever. It was written by series creator Chris Carter and directed by Robert Mandel, and it aired September 10th, 1993. What were you doing that day, Mom?
Changing your diaper, I imagine.
You probably did at least once that day, I would assume.
Oh, several.
Probably
if it was
several.
September 10th, you would have been like a month old.
Yeah.
So you had your first baby. What was your life like back then?
I did not sleep because he has some colic.
Was he rotten from the start?
Yes, but totes adorbs.
Oh my gosh. So, what are you up to today, Mom? Besides recording this first episode of this actual episode of this podcast.
Well, I'm recovering from the blizzard we all experienced.
Oh yeah, this is right after that January storm that affected a lot of the U.S.
Yeah, who knows when this is going to air.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the storm was, for us in Georgia, it was really, really cold and icy and terrible, terrible, terrible weather.
Yeah.
Not exactly where I live. But dang it, everybody else got something.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't get snow, we just got ice. That's how it is.
We got some store closed down early and didn't open type stuff, and it was like freezing, but that was about it.
So, Mels, what are you up to today?
Well, today I am recording an episode with my love and my mother-in-law, whom I love dearly, and a dog. And then after this, I don't know, what are we going to do after this?
Who knows?
We don't usually plan our days like that.
I might read some comic books, I don't know.
I might, you know what? I might go home and play some Battlefield.
Yeah.
I think that's what I might say every day, because you're asking me on a Monday, so.
But right now, how do you feel about getting into the episode?
Oh, well, I have been looking forward to this for a long time. I am super, super excited to hear all your mother's thoughts and opinions on everything that happens.
I am too.
Over the next however long it takes us to do this, I am so excited to watch it again with you. And the first episode I've actually only ever saw one time before. Twice now. But I only saw one time before because the very, very first time you watched it without me because I was sleeping. And when it was over, you woke me up and you made me watch the second episode with you.
Yes. And I was hooked straight away. In the episode 0, we talked about how I was watching Twin Peaks The Return, and that ended, and I needed to fill the weird-shaped hole in my life, and everybody, literally everywhere, recommended The X-Files, and I'm glad I listened, because it is my favorite show of all time now.
Well, that's awesome.
It is. It's and Twin Peaks is up there too.
Yeah.
But
X-Files
just
X-Files.
like holds a special place in our heart. Oh, and today, Angel got to meet our two favorite characters for the first time.
Yep, that's true. Y'all ready?
Of course.
Alright.
Lead on.
All right. We open up on a black screen that tells us the following story is inspired by actual documented accounts. So what Mel said on the Zero episode about the X-Files being a documentary appears to be true. But we open proper on an eerie forest late at night as a red-headed woman in some kind of gown is running through it. She trips on a rock and tumbles down a small hill.
And to me, I wish that scene would have been playing Hungry Like the Wolf in the background.
By Duran Duran?
Yes, Duran Duran.
Hungry like the alien. But she trips and stumbles down a small hill, and from the ground she's looking up at the trees, and they start shaking unnaturally. The trees are pretty sure something spooky is happening. And they might be right, because all of a sudden this white light starts to filter through the pine needles and leaves start to swirl. A man walks out from the tree line towards the woman. He's lit from the back, so we can't tell who he is. Finally, he reaches the woman on the ground, and everything illuminates around them, and the screen flashes completely white.
An opener.
Yeah, it kind of is like, what the hell?
It just throws you into, hey, some crazy shit's about to happen, and you're not going to know what it is, probably, because I have no idea. From the first scene of this, you have absolutely no idea what you're getting into.
Where it's going, no.
Like, I can't imagine how you thought what you thought might happen next at that point.
Immediate action.
It was just...
It is.
It literally, like, throws you into it.
It puts you straight into the middle of something already developing. And now to our developing story. But later in the day, the redhead woman's body is discovered. We find out we're in Column National Forest in Oregon. There are some investigators, and they say there's no visible cause of death. But curiously, there are 2 raised bumps on her lower back. They roll her over, and one of the investigators recognizes her as Karen Swenson, one of his son's classmates. The other investigator asks him, would that be the class of '89 detective? It's happening again, isn't it? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, we got some history, some conspiracy stuff
I
starting
thought
already.
It might have been stun gun marks.
Well, I think you and Scully might be in agreement then.
Yeah, and they kind of, I thought they just looked like moles.
Yeah, they kind of just look like moles.
I wasn't sure. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, why do they look like moles? Like, I feel like they should have been punctures or scratches or marks, but they weren't bumps like a pimple. They were bumps like a mole.
Yeah.
But
the detective doesn't answer. He just walks into the woods like a man on a mission. And then we get an establishing shot of the FBI HQ, baby!
Ooh, here we go.
Yes. We'll see this place many times.
Oh, yes.
We go inside to follow yet another red-headed woman. She's wearing a very 90s gray business suit and carrying a briefcase, so we know she's not fucking around. Hey. Mom, would you have worn that?
Yeah.
I had my makeup just like hers, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I sure did. I didn't look near as professional as her, but I had the makeup.
Yeah, and I was wondering, that jacket is huge on her. Is that the fashion of it, or was that she's just like 5'5" and skinny, so that was the closest one they had to fit her?
No, that was the fashion.
It was
and shoulder pads.
Because like honestly,
still doing shoulder pads.
even into the 90s.
Yeah.
Right? But honestly, like it was so long. It was like longer than some dresses today.
Yeah.
It was like completely down to her like thighs, or like upper knee area. Like I was like, why is it so huge?
Yeah.
There's a reason Scully Nation says the Blazers are boxy.
The Blazers are boxy.
They're very boxy. But the redheaded woman walks up to a desk and tells the woman that she's Agent Dana Catherine Scully. We follow Scully through a maze of computers and cubicles to an office. A bespectacled man sits behind a very big desk, and I did notice it is a large desk, and I really wanted us to keep cutting back to it, and it just gets slightly bigger each time.
And did you notice that when she passes by, there's a poster that says, "I want to believe"?
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, I thought that was only in the basement.
No. I don't know. He's sitting at a desk.
Yeah, you might be thinking about when she's in the basement, because that's kind of like a stand against like the government trying to like shut down.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I think you're remembering because he is at the desk. That's later in the episode, I think, is what you're remembering. I'm not sure if there's anything on the walls. I feel like it's very, very, very blank and plain, right?
Yeah, I
think
think
I didn't
so.
notice,
I
but-
can't remember. I guess we should look at stuff like that. Like, hey
I mean, I
man,
imagine they have like what do people have like their law degrees and like those
Yeah.
kinds of things you put on the wall in
like
places
their
like that, right?
graduation certificate
Yeah,
from
their
Quantico
Harvard law degree and
or Quantico.
or Quantico, whatever. I don't know what else you get a degree in to be in the FBI.
I'm not sure either.
Doctor stuff like Scully.
Well, yeah, she's an actual
She's a
medical
medical,
doctor.
yeah.
She went to
Which
medical
you
school.
find out here in just a second, actually.
True.
Speaking of.
Anyway, they beckon her in, and she sits down, and we note a man wearing a nice suit in the room with them. He's smoking a cigarette and observing wordlessly. The bespectacled man asks Scully, has she... Whoopsie. The bespectacled man says Scully has been with them for 2 years. She went to medical school where she was recruited by the FBI. She saw the Bureau as a place she could distinguish herself. Another bespectacled man in the room asks her if she knows someone named Fox Mulder. She does, by reputation. Generally thought of as the best behavioral analyst in the violent crime section. And she's heard of his nickname, too. The one he's cultivated. Spooky Mulder. You can tell from the room's reaction this isn't an affectionate title.
Yeah, this was interesting because even though her acting is amazing, she very much looks like a 22-year-old in a business suit going into the FBI pretending to be a 30-year-old who has a medical degree.
Well, Gillian Anderson was 25 when this show started.
Yes, but she's also tiny
Yeah.
and baby face. And she almost looks like just out of high school. Even though I know she's a little older than that. But she does it so well. Like, she's one of those women who's tiny but has, like, some kind of presence that you can just see automatically.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, she just...
Tall in stature.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
No
BDE.
No gilly box needed. You'll find out about gilly boxes at some point.
We'll explain the gilly
I mean,
box.
I can just tell you, Gillian Anderson is so short to get her and David Duchovny in the same shot. Sometimes they'd have a box for her to stand on. They call them gilly boxes.
And it would be like this big, but part of it would be like a little bit of a ramp. And the other
Yeah.
part would be like this tall. And she would just, when they would walk, she would do that.
Yeah.
So that way when they got closer, their faces would be close enough. Oh my gosh. And they named it the Gilly Box. So, and now people in other places use
And
it too.
I'm even learning more sitting here.
Yeah. But the OG bespectacled man explains that Mulder has a tendency to veer, become distracted, operate outside his duty. Spectacles mentions the X-Files.
Oh.
Scully is familiar, stating that they have to do with unexplained phenomena, more or less. You get the sense that these files aren't viewed favorably or talked about much.
Like it's this crazy, weird, file it away because it was just some crazy woman saying she saw something and we're just going to put this down in the back in the bottom corner in the dark basement or whatever.
Exactly, hush-hush
Yeah,
stuff.
hush-hush. And it's not really clear if it's, from this point, I mean later I feel like it might be, but if they believe any of it or if they, like, think it's stupid, they act very, very informative information. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have any, like, you can't tell if he's like, oh yeah, he's stupid. Or, oh no, he's not stupid, he's right about stuff. You can't tell at all.
They just basically don't like that he's looking into this stuff,
Yeah.
basically.
Whether or not any of it's true or not, I don't think it even matters to them. They just don't like it.
But OG Spectacles tell Scully they want her to assist Mulder on the X-Files, and she is to use her background in science and medicine, writing field reports to discredit him. The FBI clearly does not want to solve the X-Files. They want to manage Fox Mulder. So in the basement, Scully knocks on the door, and from behind it, we hear a man say, "Sorry, No one in here but the FBI's most unwanted.
What a
Classic.
great first line.
Yeah, just instantly introduces you to who Mulder is in a way. I mean, he's more than that, but you see he's, even though that he's been railroaded at this place, he's not giving up, and he's still jovial about his work.
And I also think, even though he's jovial, I also think he's, like, resigned to probably not making any friends here. I feel like he's like, oh, I'm the outsider, but I feel like he don't care at all. He's not there to make friends. He's there to do
figure
something.
Stuff out. Yeah. He's a man on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Scully opens the door and lays eyes on one Agent Fox Mulder, who stooped over his desk working on something. She's looking around his office and it's very cluttered. Paper strewn about, posters and memos tacked to the wall. Mulder asks Scully who she ticked off to get this job. She says she's excited to work with him, but he's pretty sure she's there to spy on him. Turnabout is fair play, and when Scully mentions her credentials, Mulder interrupts her and starts listing them off himself.
Oh, he studied, huh?
Yeah. Mulder prattles on for a few seconds and then suddenly flips the light off. A projector kicks on, throwing Karen Swenson's body from the cold open onto the wall.
You know what, though? I find it interesting. Scully literally just learned upstairs, or whatever, that this is going to be her position. He apparently learned that she was going to be assigned to him in enough advance for him to, like, study her entire file.
Yeah.
Like a couple of days, right?
Where the heck is this coming up?
Like, so they told him way in advance?
I guess. They would have had to, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that might be like a little bit of a plot hole type thing.
I guess you can't, like, assign someone without, like, giving advance notice,
Yeah, well, I mean, what if she said, no, I don't want to? The X-Files wouldn't exist.
Yeah. It'd just be Fox Mulder just watching porn in the FBI basement. More on that later, Mom.
Shooting spitballs at the ceiling or whatever.
Alright, Mulder starts running it down. Oregon female, and he does say Oregon. I don't know why. Age 21, no obvious cause of death. But, and this is the point, 2 distinct marks on her lower back. He asks Scully if she can ID them. She says maybe needle marks, maybe animal bites, possibly electrocution, which, that's what Mom said, maybe it's electrocution.
I mean, they do not look like bug bites or needle marks in the slightest, and I doubt her medical ability there.
Well, you know what?
They do not look like needle marks, even a little bit. They look like moles.
How dare you, frankly, doubt Our Lady of Science, Scullifer Williamson.
What?
Scullifer Williamson.
Is that her new nickname?
That's her name.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Keep going. What's next? What happens next?
Mulder then shows her the chemical breakdown of the tissue around the marks. Scully says it's organic but unfamiliar. Mulder doesn't recognize it either. And here's where it widens. There are similar cases in South Dakota and Texas. Scully asks if he has a theory. Mulder says he has plenty. What he's more interested in, though, is why the government keeps calling these cases unexplained and then ignoring them. And then he asks her the big one. Does she believe in aliens? Scully says no. Logically, the size of space and the energy required for travel make it wildly impractical.
Which I completely disagree with.
Yeah, I mean...
In all honesty, no matter what you think about how space travel works or whatever, you have to assume that any other people or beings on any other planets might be advanced way farther or way previous to us in their timeline of things happening. I don't know how it works. But if there is, like, I feel like there's a possibility of there being just some planet somewhere that has something on it.
You know who we need to ask about this?
Who?
My mom, because she used to work at NASA.
I believe anything is possible. Do you
really think there could be aliens? Like, if it, like...
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I mean, I think it's ridiculous to think that we're the only life forms that have ever existed. There could be, alien civilization somewhere far, 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 far away. I mean, space is expanding and limitless, so who knows what could be out there.
Yeah, and I mean, and in all honesty, no matter if you're religious or not, I mean, I feel like God is an alien. I don't know whether or not you believe or not, but God is technically an alien because he's not from Earth, because he made Earth in the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So technically he's an alien. But I mean,
that's one of those things ancient astronaut theorists believe.
oh yeah.
Fucking George, what the hell is that guy's name? George Shakulov. So the Greek guy with the crazy hair. That's the meme is aliens, man.
Aliens, man.
That guy. That's who you need to ask about it.
The crazy Einstein hairdo, but the modern version.
Realistically, I mean, if you use a wormhole, you can fucking travel really far, right? So I mean,
what was that stuff you used to study when you were growing up?
Quantum physics?
Quantum physics.
Yeah, I was really interested in quantum physics and time travel and quarks.
And that's not a joke.
No.
No, it's not. You have your moments of, you get into something and you deep research. Sometimes it's only an hour, sometimes it's months.
I remember one time I researched the entire history of soccer for some reason.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
Soccer?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's really interesting.
I just kept clicking on Wikipedia page after Wikipedia page and reading it all, and I was like, oh, this is kind of mildly fascinating.
The history of soccer rabbit hole.
Yeah.
All the way back to China or something, right?
I can't remember if it started in Greece, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say Greece or China, probably.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. That was years ago. That was 2019 when I looked that up.
Oh, wow. Pre-COVID. Nice.
Anyway, Mulder says that Karen Swenson was the fourth person in her graduating class to die mysteriously. And then he drops his thesis statement. When convention and science offer no answers, might we finally turn to the fantastic as a possibility? Scully doesn't buy it. She says if there are no answers, that just means something was missed. What she finds truly implausible is the idea that anything exists beyond scientific explanation. The answers are there, you just have to know where to look.
Oh, Scully.
Yeah.
This is our Scully.
She doesn't know what show she's in yet.
She doesn't know what she's doing yet. But this is Scully. For all it's worth, she likes to believe the science, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's gotta be a fact. It's gotta be able to be tested and proved and theorized and whatever.
And this is kind of the first scene that shows their dynamic, Mom. What do you think of their dynamic in this scene?
Like how they bicker and stuff?
Well, in this scene, I didn't see much, but there's a scene later on, and I saw something there.
Oh, she saw something.
I wonder what that means. Stay tuned to find out.
But Mulder jokes about that being what the I in the FBI is for, and bids adieu to Scully. She smiles at him and turns to leave.
They're a little flirty. A little
bit.
Like a playful smiley.
I feel like it's instant camaraderie. Like they instantly like each other. There's something there for sure.
I feel like they instantly both have a very high regard and respect for both of their careers, and they both know that both of them have done incredible things.
Yeah, before they meet.
And before they're even, I don't know how old Mulder's supposed to be here, but I'm sure he's not 30.
Yeah.
No, he's in his 20s.
He's supposed to be 30.
He's supposed to be 30, and she's supposed to be 25?
He's about 5 years, 4.5 or 5 years older.
Like us.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I think that's an instant, and I feel like, you know how me and you talk about how there's certain levels of intelligence in certain people. Sometimes it's really hard to have a connection with someone who doesn't have an intelligence level that matches yours, whether it's high or low.
Yeah.
Either way, it's hard. I feel like they both immediately had a very high intelligence level.
They're intellectuals.
And a very high respect for each other, a knowledge of who they were, and it kind of created an instant bond.
Yeah.
And when I say they were smiley flirty, I don't necessarily mean it in a romantic flirty way. I mean it in a friendly flirty way.
And if we're being totally honest, the reason why they have instant chemistry is because that's the way Chris Carter wrote it. But it is earned. It's definitely earned over 9 seasons.
Yeah, Chris
11,
obviously
really.
He wrote it to be that they. But I also think that the characters Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny have good chemistry.
Yeah.
At least here.
Yeah,
for
sure. They definitely do. But we open back up in a aircraft, and it's a perfect early dynamic showcase with Mulder stretched out like a common oaf and Scully looking over case info on the plane to Oregon. A name sticks out to her. Dr. Niman, autopsy guy. The plane is hit with turbulence. Scully grips the armrest. Mulder rouses from his sleep, gives a cheeky grin, and says, "This must be the place."
So he just assumes. He was so nonchalant when the plane was shaking,
I
too.
know.
I don't care
Yeah.
who you are. When you're in a plane, and it didn't shake like...
It shook hard.
It shook hard. It, like, they were in, like, a plane inside of an air... Those things, and they shook the
Did
plane.
the oxygen mask drop?
No.
Okay.
But
No.
Scully was taking deep breaths.
Yeah, she was gripping. Her nail and her fingers were turning, like, white and red because she was gripping so hard. I would be terrified. Him laying there like that just blows my mind.
This is where we get introduced to the third main character of the X-Files, the Lariat. Mom, what do you know about a Lariat?
Is it a car?
It is.
All right.
It is. It is a fictional car company that all of the cars that Mulder and Scully drive are.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't
okay.
drive a Mazda or a Toyota or a Chevy or whatever. They drive a fake version of probably all of those.
Yeah.
And it's called hilarious.
It's kind of, I mean, I'm not a car person, but it kind of looks like a old Buick or Oldsmobile, maybe. I don't know. I must sound
It's
like
a-
a fool.
When you picture any TV show you've ever watched, that kind of older, like maybe mid-2000s to the 90s time frame, any FBI character in any show, or even like detective, drove that similar kind of car.
Yeah, it's just a 90s sedan,
It's
really.
a very 90s boat-like. When you
Yeah.
drive them, they feel like a boat.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But I feel like they probably use, I don't know cars that well, but they
Well,
definitely
somebody
use a
needs
specific
to
car and
really
change it.
invent the lariat and call it a lariat.
Right?
I can't believe it hasn't been done yet.
They should. I mean, Chris Carter pays.
Wait, copyright the idea right now.
Yeah. Well, we would have to get the rights from Chris Carter, I guess. That's weird. I don't know how that would work.
I wonder if he would want he'd want money, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't want to give him money for it.
Maybe he'll do it for a song we have to sing to him.
You know what? You should look up if he has a copyright to it or not.
I mean, I don't know. That's an interesting thing, though. But we see that they're driving into Belfleur. I don't know how to say this shit. Belfleur, Oregon?
Belfleur. Yeah.
And Scully confronts Mulder because he never mentioned that the case had already been investigated. It turns out that the FBI stepped in after the first 3 deaths. They spent about a week out here, found nothing, and left. No evidence, no conclusions. By all accounts, it was a glorified vacation. And then, just as quickly, they were called back. No explanation. The case was reclassified and buried as an X-file until Mulder stumbled across it last week. And here's the part Scully catches that the others didn't. The first 3 autopsy reports don't mention any unidentified marks, no tissue samples, nothing unusual. Those reports were all signed by the same medical examiner. The 4th victim, different examiner. Suddenly, there are marks. Suddenly, there's tissue. Mulder clocks this immediately. He tells Scully he likes her eye for detail. And then he drops the next move. He's already arranged for one of the earlier victims to be exhumed to see if the tissue matches Karen Swinson's, which is the moment Scully realizes this case is a lot further along than she thought. Suddenly, the radio...
Go ahead. Suddenly what?
Suddenly, the radio station starts to go crazy like it's getting too many signals at once. The dashboard car clock is flitting between times. Feedback so loud, Scully covers her ears. Mulder pulls to a stop. He exits and walks around to the trunk. He pulls a can of spray paint out and walks back a few feet, spraying an X on the asphalt.
And why does he have a can of random spray paint in his car? Is he a tagger that we don't know about?
I think he
Yeah.
just stumbled onto something. I think Mulder's part of a tagging gang.
Something's out
Uh-huh.
there. And why didn't he put a check mark? He put an X.
X marks the
spot.
spot.
Dun.
X-Files. I see what you're getting at.
But yeah, and I love how, I don't know if you're going to say, oh yeah, the next part you mentioned that he says it, but I don't know. I love their interaction here, but that he's just so nonchalant.
Yeah, because Scully asks what the hell that was all about. And Mulder replies, oh, probably nothing.
Doesn't he look off into the distance?
Yeah.
Like there's something out there
very
but no one sees it.
Very stoically and intellectually look off into the distance like you're thinking about all of life's problems, big and small. He
Right.
does that a lot.
Yeah, he
Smoldering Mulder.
Yeah, and she gives him this like just dumbfounded, what the fuck kind of look.
And I didn't write this in my notes here, but I did later. But I'm going to go ahead and mention it here. I don't think he was saying, oh, you know, probably nothing because he was being cheeky about it. I think, honestly, he was saying, oh, you know, probably nothing because he was hedging. He was like, oh, it's probably nothing, you know?
I genuinely think he didn't think anything was going to happen from that.
Yeah, but he was just, like, making sure that he documented it just in case, you know?
Yeah, he was like, well, something happened, might as well make a mark. Just in case.
But they continue into town and arrive at a cemetery where an excavation is happening. They meet the coroner's office guy and do introductions and say they're ready to get to work. Just then, a jeep pulls up. A man and a woman. The man gets out and confronts Mulder, asking who the hell he thinks he... What the hell? What? Oh, who the hell he thinks he is doing this. This is Dr. Niman, the medical examiner of the first 3 victims. He says he's been away, so he had no idea of their intention to do this. Mulder now knows why he wasn't the one to do the autopsy on the 4th victim. He confronts him. Niman asks if Mulder is insinuating he missed something in the first 3 kids' exams. Scully says they're not insinuating anything, and the pair turn to walk away. Niman doesn't like that and grabs Mulder, spinning him around. He tells them if he's going to make accusations, he better be able to back them up. The woman gets out of the jeep and asks, Daddy, can we just go home? I do assume that is his daughter.
I would hope that it would only be his daughter calling him daddy at a graveyard.
This is the 90s, so I don't think that had quite caught on like that yet. Not like it is today, at least, but you never know. They could be an early outlier of the daddy trend.
But she's obviously very distressed and such. Yeah. Yes, she's very, very emotional and distressed.
And because she's obviously distressed, Niman turns to go. And we find out that the body being exhumed is Ray Soames, who spent time after graduating in a mental institution where he was treated for schizophrenia. Soames actually confessed to the first 2 murders and begged to be locked up, but there was no evidence he did it. He died in the woods from exposure after escaping the hospital. He was missing only 7 hours in July, and he was 20 years old.
Exposure is like dying from the elements.
Yeah.
In July.
Usually from cold, I think, right?
I was thinking, dang, what did he die from? Dehydration?
In 7 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And
all 3 of
20.
us could, like, go out into the woods for 7 hours with absolutely nothing to drink or eat. And it would suck, but we would be fine.
Yeah, for at least that long.
So, exposure, and I think you can...
Or July?
I think exposure can be heat, too.
Or it was July. Yeah.
I think it's just the elements taking a toll on you, whether it's heat, wind, snow, cold, whatever it may be.
Yeah, but 7 hours isn't enough to die from exposure either way.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're absolutely freezing cold. Like, that's like the only way. But then wouldn't it be hypothermia?
I'm not sure, you know?
I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a spooky, weird thing that happens.
But during the exhumation, a strap breaks and the coffin rolls down the hill. Mulder runs down after it and opens it. Inside, the corpse isn't what they expected. It's small and shriveled and gray.
Yeah, it looks really creepy. What did you think when you saw it?
Well, I thought it was damn ugly. But what she goes on to say it is, I don't believe it's that.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't believe it's that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're just looking at the hands, that might be ape-like or something.
Yeah. I don't know. It definitely looks stretched.
Stretched.
Like, it looks like the face is stretched up, and like if you were to take my forehead and my chin and like pull them in opposite directions, like stretch it, and the arms look kind of stretched and long.
And doesn't she say something about there's holes in it or something?
Yeah, I think there's a bullet wound or something. I mean, you might get to that.
A big hole or something.
If there's something like that, I'm sure he's got that
holy.
part. But yeah, it's definitely like really, really deformed and creepy looking. But
So you said it was stretched. Kind of like a Floop's Foogly?
A floops fugly? What's that?
They're the things from the first Spy Kids movie where he would like stretch their faces with the Play-Doh and they would become that.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
I think
like
there's
like a dead skeletal version.
yeah, I think there's a crossover here just waiting to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I think Ryan Coogler with the new X-Files series should definitely get in touch with God, what was that guy's name? What was the guy who played Floop? Alan Cumming. He should get in touch with Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming, yes.
Yeah,
the bad guy.
Alan Cumming is coming to the X-Files.
that plays so well too.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Ryan Coogler, hit me up. I can do things.
like come up with ideas and
Yeah.
talk them out loud.
This is awful. Jesus Christ. We find ourselves in an exam room with the strange body on the table, Mulder frantically snapping pictures with an obnoxious camera. It was pretty big.
It was a pretty big camera.
It was a pretty big camera. Scully says a lot of stuff here, but the takeaway is this thing ain't human. And you can see Mulder doing the Birdman hand rub. Mom, you don't know about the Birdman hand rub, do you?
Never heard of it.
I'm going to show you in real time. Yeah. This is what the people really want.
For the record, I did the hand rub to show her, but we're gonna give her the real version. That's the hand rub.
Yes.
It's
or as Mike would say, the guy behind the tree, the guy in the yellow suit, the black guy behind the tree doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the yellow suit. I don't remember. But anyway. He asks if it's not human, what is it? Scully can tell it's mammalian, most likely something from the ape family. Mulder wants to know how that ends up in Ray Soames' grave. He wants a full workup, but Scully thinks this is just some sick joke.
Oh yeah, like not to mention like we're talking about like what it looks like and stuff, but it's supposed to be a human boy's body, or I guess I don't know, a teenager,
a 20-year-old.
A 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like a regular body, but it's obviously not.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I don't know what it is necessarily, but it's definitely not a human body.
No.
The arms are too long. The face is weirdly shaped. It's obviously not human. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me either. But anyway, they examine the body. They do end up doing it. And it turns out it is a mammal, possibly mutated. A strange metallic implant is found in its navel cavity. Wow. Its nasal cavity.
Its navel cavity? It was found in its belly button?
It was found in the belly. No.
No, it was found,
No,
it was
no,
found
no.
In the nose.
It was found in the nose.
The nasal, not navel.
Scully is looking at the implant in a small glass vial when Mulder knocks at her door. He stops by in a weird little get-up and says he's going Wow. He stops by in a weird little get-up and says he's going running, wondering if Scully wants to join him. More on this later. Much later in season 5.
Okay. Well, yeah, and this... Why is he go... Isn't it like... I feel like it's like midnight, 1 a.m. or something, because she's getting ready to go sleep and she's been up late.
Yeah.
Why is he...
I don't know if Scully sleeps.
Who runs in the middle of the night?
Mulder.
Yeah.
He's running after clues.
Yeah. Was he sweaty here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But he asks if there's any progress figuring out what the metallic implant is. She says no and shuts the door on Mulder, as I assume most would if someone invited them night running.
Right, exactly.
Get the hell out of here.
It's fucking 1 a.m. running.
I'm watching my soaps.
You know, it's funny when I pick you up when I go pick you up from work. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and I always see there's two couples I see running down the road. I see there's two women.
God.
They're almost always somewhere like near like the halfway mark or so.
Yeah.
And it's two women, and then like almost to your work, I always see two men running together, and they're not wearing like matching outfits, but like they coordinated a little bit, you know what I mean? And like I always like imagine they like one day they just happen to be running at the same time, because they run at the same place, but it's not the same time. One day I want them to randomly run into each other, and for like just one day in the future for me to see just all four of them paired up running together like they matched up.
It's the Amazing Race nighttime edition.
Well, because it's like I literally see them almost every single, even in the snow I saw them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they went running during the 23-degree blizzard weather. Yeah.
No.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That's why they should all be together. They're all crazy.
Yeah. But we pick up the investigation at Raymond County Psychiatric Hospital. Talking with Ray Soames' doctor, the gang learns he's actually treated some of Ray Soames' classmates, 2 of them currently, Billy Miles and Peggy Odell, for nearly 4 years. Billy is in what they call a waking coma, no measurable brain activity at all. He and Peggy were in a car accident together. And, by the way, whenever the guy is telling them that they were in an accident, he just says, on State Road. Which one? On State Road?
See, okay, I remember hearing that. And my first thought was, okay, when you're in really small ho-dunk towns, they have stuff like...
Ho-dunk?
Is that the word for it?
Podunk.
Podunk?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Podunk works.
I like Hodunk.
Whatever.
I do.
So, but like they have like State Road, Washington Road,
Yeah.
Country Road, County Road.
Yeah, they might.
That's like a thing because like there's
Yeah.
literally 3 roads. It's State Road, County Road, and Country Road, and which way you're going is which road you take.
Yeah.
Like
It
those
seemed
kind
like-
of towns, farm towns.
It seemed like a small town, this Belfleur,
Yeah.
Oregon.
Like
Oregon.
there's the one road everyone knows that goes through the center of town where if there is anything, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
And then all the other roads lead out of town to the farms.
Yeah.
So like they don't have fancy. Like we have so many roads, we need to come up with hundreds of names for them. They have 5 roads.
When you're in Atlanta, you only see Peachtree Street, Peachtree Avenue, Peachtree Road.
Peach this, peach that, peach
Yeah.
everything. But that's all over Georgia. And I'm pretty sure like every single state has a Washington Road and
MLK.
MLK. Martin
Yeah.
Luther King Jr. Drive Road.
Probably a Lincoln, maybe. All the
All
presidents.
well, they probably ignore a few.
Andrew Pierce
Hopefully.
Way. Gerald Ford Avenue. Richard Nixon.
I was gonna say Dick Drive.
Bet you be living on Dick Drive.
Richard Nixon. You know what? It's so funny because he used Dick in his
Yeah.
campaign slogan.
I think.
Yeah, it was.
What was he like? You need Dick.
No, what was you were? How old were you then?
I don't think I was alive, was I?
It was in the early 70s.
No. Oh, well, no wonder I don't know nothing about him.
But it was
Only know what I've
one of
seen
his
in-
things was like
We're going to have to discuss what day the Richard Nixon presidency aired and find out what Mom was doing then.
right. No, but it was like pick Dick or
I know they called him Tricky Dick after the
Yeah, but
thing.
Tricky
in
Dicky.
one of the slogans or whatever, something with Dick, and like that was a thing, like they did, and they would call him Tricky Dick, and that was fine. But like nowadays, you couldn't do that now. Like even if your name is Richard, you wouldn't go by Dick
Yeah.
and just
I mean,
use it
some
as the
people
thing.
do. Like Dick O'Halloran. Who the fuck is Dick O'Halloran? I don't know. But anyway, Dick O'Halloran comes to mind.
Dicks are hollering.
Oh,
Well,
that
you know how people
sounds like
say-
a medical problem.
You know how people say they have a trick knee?
Oh my god.
I didn't even have to finish the sentence. You won't believe what it does. It's just spinning in midair or something.
Oh
like
my
a
god.
like a buffering symbol on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, just over and over again.
Oh my god!
Never
but,
stopping like the top in Inception.
Yeah, it wobbled. My dick wobbled.
It
but
wobbled.
It didn't fall.
It wobbled.
Oh my
Wobbly
god! Anyway,
How did we get to Dick?
I don't know.
Richard Nixon. Okay.
Anyway, Peggy is there with him, sitting beside the bed, reading out loud. She's been doing this for years. Mulder talks to her briefly, then asks the doctor if they can do a quick medical exam. That's when things go wrong. Peggy suddenly collapses, and her nose starts bleeding. She slumps forward out of her wheelchair and hits the floor. Mulder rushes to help her, and as he does, he notices something. 2 marks on her lower back, the same ones Karen Swinson had.
And why are these kids that are alive have those marks? Because before we only saw dead people with those marks. So it made me feel like they were marked for death.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the only people that we know of as of this point is people with dots, marks, whatever, bumps, moles, and they're all dead.
Yeah, all 4 of the other kids that are dead have these marks. So yeah, these 2 kids.
Well, no, the 3 didn't, remember?
No, they did. It's just they weren't reported because of the medical
do we know that yet?
Well, I don't know. Do we ever learn that? I mean, it's the implication is that he definitely.
Yeah, the implication here, because the body that was in this one when they dug up the last one that died, it wasn't his body. What it is, I don't know, but it wasn't his body for sure. So you can't examine to see if it has the dots. And if a body is that old, would you still be able to see something like that?
Well, I think it takes a while for the. I know the tissue is like the first thing to break down, but it still takes a while, right?
I mean, I feel like a couple years and you don't look like a person anymore. You look like a body, you know.
It hasn't been a couple of years, right? It's just been a couple of months.
I think, well, first the other ones were in the last couple of years.
I'm not sure. I don't think I wrote that down, really.
So they must not, because you wrote it all down, so like they must not have mentioned it after that. I guess it's just implied.
Yeah.
I think it's implied. Because obviously something fishy is going on. His body wasn't in the coffin.
Yeah.
Outside the hospital, Scully asks Mulder what the marks mean. He dodges her question. He references her little report and says she's not ready yet.
You know, why was she so mad? When he noticed the marks on the girl's body when she fell, she gave him this look of just pure anger.
I don't think it was anger. I think it was bewilderment.
No, it looked like she stormed out of the hospital.
Huh.
She was butthurt or something. And then she said, "You knew. How did you know she would have marks? Why didn't you tell me?" That's kind of something she says right then. That's what her anger is, because
she pushes back whenever he says little report and says she's not here to babysit him. She wants to solve the case. She wants the truth.
Okay, so I guess her anger is that she thinks he knew she was going to have those marks, but he didn't say anything to Scully about it. So that's why she's angry?
Why didn't you share that with me if we're working together?
Yeah, I guess so. It just felt like the anger was a little misplaced.
But this is where he finally says it. He thinks these kids were abducted by aliens. Scully doesn't buy that he even fully believes that himself. She says Peggy could be experiencing prolonged psychosis, maybe from something organic, maybe connected to those marks. But she draws a hard line at flying saucers. There has to be an explanation. 4 kids, all dead in or near the woods. So the real question is, what were those kids doing out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I would have been doing out in the woods at that age.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Planting trees.
Yep. Planting trees.
Planting flowers and trees and bushes and just doing a whole landscaping thing out there.
Yeah.
All in the middle of the night.
My mom used to be a freelance landscaper for just the forest in general. She would go to all of our national parks and our wooded areas, and she would just maintain them.
Yes, just take a little pair of scissors and clip the leaves every now and then.
Respectfully.
And that's what you did in the woods, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because you're an angel, right?
That's right.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, they go out into the woods at night. Peak spookiness. I love this. There's flashlights in the dark. Mark Snow is killing it.
Oh yeah, the music is very intense and creepy.
I think we may have an occasional Mark Snow glaze corner where we just we slob on his knob and just glaze him.
Yes.
Because that's the guy.
She didn't like that term.
My mom gave a weird look. That's the guy that does the music. He's very, very talented.
Mark Snow.
And he also does the music for Smallville, which we are watching.
Which we are also currently watching.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excelente.
But
yes, we will glaze Mark Snow whenever possible and mention that there is some magic that he brings, and I don't know if the X-Files would be what it is without him.
For sure, it would not.
For real, it's Did you notice the music? Do you like when you're watching? Do you like hear that it's like creepy and?
I don't know. I mean, I did obviously hear it, but I was paying more attention to the action.
Yeah. Well, now that you know.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
It's something you'll kind of like pick up on as you watch more and more, like how good and perfect the music is for the series. Also, why didn't Mark Frost and Mark Snow ever collaborate on anything? Yeah. Mark Frost is the writer, one of the writers of Twin Peaks. That would have been great.
And Mark Snow, they could have made
Frost and Snow already collaborate, honey.
All the time, right?
In the weather world.
Well, let her tell us what the fuck to think.
Right?
Jesus. Like, y'all didn't think about this. And this is where Scully picks up some dirt and places it in her pocket.
That was my thing. If she's doing evidence, why didn't she at least have a bag? Even if she did pick it up with her bare hands, she should have had a bag. Just like, I'm going to put this in my pocket for later. Maybe put it on my salad.
And it doesn't 100% look like dirt to me. It looks a little more like dust.
Yeah.
Or possibly ash. But it seems to be the wrong color for ash. But it looks like dust. Like, it looks different than all the stuff around where she's walking.
Yeah. And I could tell it when I was actually taking the notes, because I was pausing a lot. You can definitely tell it's like...
a discolored?
Yeah, it's like a light brown compared to the dark brown of the actual, like, earth around it.
It looks like ashy or something. Like ashes.
Yeah. But she looks around for Mulder, and she doesn't see him, so she calls his name. No answer. She stands, her gun drawn. She walks into the dark. There's a bright light just over the hill. She calls for Mulder. Again, no answer. Then a man steps into view. He has a shotgun. Scully states she's FBI and tells him to drop his weapon. This is the sheriff from the cold open. Mulder runs up, his gun drawn. The man says they'll have to leave or he'll arrest them, regardless of who they are. They relent and go back to the car. And I also wanted to say, so I keep calling this guy. Okay, I keep calling this guy the sheriff. I guess he's a detective. I'm not sure. I guess he's a detective with the sheriff's department. So yeah, I might call him sheriff. I might call him detective.
He is not the sheriff. He's a sheriff. That's how that works.
Yeah.
The sheriffs that work at the sheriff's department are sheriffs.
Yeah.
I don't know how it all works besides that, but I know that. But I have to say, did not one single person look at her holding that gun and say, no, sweetie, this is how you hold a gun properly? Because she holds it like someone who has never seen a gun before in her life.
Really?
She like, you could tell her fingers are like loose, and like she's like you could tell she's unsure of how to put her hand on it. You can just see that she's just like no confidence in gun holding ability whatsoever.
Kind of like how I would be if I tried to fix an automobile.
Yeah, like if I gave you a tire iron and said go take the tire off.
I could do that.
Okay, if I said open the hood, take the spark plugs out.
Can't do that.
Do you know what spark plugs are?
I know what they look like, yeah.
What do they look like?
Spark plugs.
Oh, okay.
They look like spark plugs. I don't know, little plugs.
But, yeah, she definitely needed gun help, or, like, handling whatever. Because, yeah, it was pretty sad.
Yeah. But, so they've left, and...
Oh, wait. The light. We were talking about that before. So, when you see her walking around, the light, it's, like, very, very much made for us to think it's an alien or a spaceship.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge, huge
That's what I
shining
thought it was
light, right? And then when they get there, I guess you're supposed to be made to believe that it was the headlights from his truck. But when you get up there and they walk up to where the truck is, where their car is, it's not that bright.
I feel like...
It's just not.
He had that light bar.
I feel like you missed this, Mom. Did you ever read any Goosebumps?
No, but I watched the Goosebumps show. I didn't actually read it.
Do you remember we had that one Goosebumps episode on VHS where the girl got a mask and it wouldn't come off her face after she put it on?
I don't quite remember that.
That one terrified the shit out of me.
Like the mask?
I think it was called. It was something. The title was something Mask, but I don't recall.
Similar to like the Jim Carrey. Like similar to that type of thing happening?
Sort of. It didn't really. I don't remember if it gave her any kind of power like the mask does in the Jim Carrey movie. It's kind of just a Halloween mask that's freaky and she can't take it off.
Okay.
But I was gonna say the Goosebumps book kind of have this thing where every chapter ends on a like cliffhanger, like, oh, something came and touched his shoulder and he spun around really fast, and then it's always like his mom offering him a sandwich. That's how the next chapter starts off.
Are you saying like the X-Files does that with scenes?
So it does not. But if you watch this first episode, you might be inclined to think, oh, like every 2 scenes they're gonna like fake me out with an alien coming here.
Yeah, because there's like at least 3 times where you're just like something's about to happen, and then like, oh,
I thought it was a ship.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a big spaceship.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then it's when you get up there, the lights are not that bright at all.
No. But back in the Lariat, woohoo!
Lariat.
We might have to do a dance every time I mention Lariat or something. We'll have to come up with something maybe.
A dance?
I don't know.
Are we just gonna stand here
Yeah,
silent for like a minute on the podcast? And dance?
You know how good dancing translates into an audio medium. Perfect. You can hear the swishing.
You can hear my knees a cracking.
Your trick knees.
Fall, break your ankle, hear the crack sound.
Oh God. But Mulder wonders why that sheriff was out there all by himself. Scully says maybe it has something to do with this and produces her pocket dirt.
Produces the pocket dirt.
Mulder thinks it looks like ash from a campfire, but Scully says it was all over the ground. She surmises that maybe some sacrifice was going on. Maybe these kids are part of a cult. Maybe this sheriff knows something.
How does she jump to that?
I mean,
it's ashy. It's ashes. So she jumps to devil worship cult thing sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a little...
a crazy jump. For Scully?
It's like, come on, Scully, get up, girl.
Yeah, like for Scully to say that feels weird. For her
Yeah.
not to be like, there was campers up here and they had a fire. Like, I feel like that's your first thought.
Well, it was all over.
I know, but like
And it was Smokey the Bear out there trying to make sure the fire was out.
Yeah.
right.
That would be a great X-File. They're like, this bear's been telling people to keep it down with the campfires, man. You got to come investigate, Mulder.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird that she just went all crazy and went to like this wild place of cults and sacrifice.
Yeah. But this is where it starts to get crazy. Because
now.
Mulder looks down at a compass in his hand, and the needle is spinning all over. He glances at his watch and notes the time, 9:03. Then illumination, blinding light all around them. Vision returns and the Lariat comes to a stop in the pouring rain. It's been shut off. Mulder turns the key. Absolutely nothing. Brakes, steering, everything offline. Mulder checks his watch again. It's 9:12. They've lost 9 minutes. Mulder is jazzed. He exits the vehicle with a woo! Scully stepping into the downpour with him. He explains the time loss difference to Scully. Then he sees it. That same orange X he had painted earlier. He is so happy about this. Vindicated. And this is where I think, like, he was hedging his bets when he said, like, oh, probably nothing. He was like, no, it was something.
Yeah. He is like a child who just, like, won the championship baseball game. Like, he is just, like, a little kid with the biggest smile. And, are you going to mention, like, Scully's reaction next?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I don't know. He is just unbelievably happy, and it's pouring rain. Like, they're absolutely drenched.
Oh, yeah, it's like a downpour.
The inside of every single Lariat they own must be destroyed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's filled with sunflower seeds for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the back, it's like just this constantly moving ocean of sunflower seeds. And when he stops, they go, whoop. And when he goes forward, they go, whoop.
Sunflower seeds are Mulder's version of Neil Breen's tuna cans.
That's what we need. We need Neil Breen. Ryan Coogler, get at me because I could tell you Neil Breen's name. That's all I could do. But look, it would be great to have him on the X-Files. He already thinks he's a god, and he works for the CIA, and he's part cyborg, and that he's from another reality, and all kinds of stuff.
I think
so
he's a king and a god. And
yeah, he would fit right
obviously
in.
a genius.
Lord help us.
We need
super sexy too, obviously.
Obviously, all the women want to sleep with him.
Especially when they're half his age.
No matter how young they are.
Basically the same thing.
That makes it sound like he goes creepy. He goes young, but he doesn't go like creepy.
Yeah, like he's 45 and they're all 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Mulder explains that during UFO sightings, people have reported unexplainable time loss. Scully says, "Come on," and starts to walk away. She's in the dark, in the rain, and Mulder is being oddly jovial. I get it. But then, she decides to question what he means. She says that time just can't disappear, it's a universal invariant. And then, the lariat starts up again. Headlights shine on our agents. Mulder replies to Scully, "Not in this zip code," and they jog back to the car. We pick up with Scully writing a report. She's typing that based on what she witnessed, Mulder's theories cannot be validated or substantiated. Then the power goes out, so I hope she had all that saved.
Right.
God dang. Back in the day, man, in the 90s? Holy shit.
Wait, she has like a laptop.
Yeah.
How expensive? That's insane.
Wait a second. A laptop would have an independent power source like a battery, right? So why would
in the early days of laptops?
I don't know, man.
I don't even... When Dash was young, we had a home computer, and it was like a big deal for us to have a home computer.
Yeah,
Because more wealthier people were the ones that had
Did
them.
we have a Gateway or a Dell?
I think it was Adele.
Okay.
Adele. She's good.
Hello from the other side. Sorry.
Someone like you. Or
I'm
how that
sorry.
one goes.
From the alien world.
Right.
Yeah. I'm
But, like-
sorry that I blew everybody's ears out with that.
Yeah. But laptops weren't like... People just didn't have laptops back then. It was like a square, boxy, like, if it was closed, it kind of more looks like a suitcase than a laptop.
Yeah, big. Had to be
Yeah,
bulky.
well,
Thick
then-
and big and heavy.
Yeah, my husband has one from back in the day, and that thing is thick. I mean, it is not any kind of thin at all.
Is it thick with 2 C's?
Yes.
Oh my
Thick,
God.
thick. I think it needs 3 C's. Yeah, but so what I'm saying is that laptop has to be super expensive.
Oh, for sure. But, like most people do when the power goes out, Scully decides to take a candlelight shower.
Yeah. Which,
As one does.
is she living in a horror movie?
I guess. She
Like,
thinks she is.
I feel like the only time you see someone taking a candle-lit shower is in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. No one does. You can wait.
For real. Wait
Like,
a
if you're
couple
covered
hours.
in mud or something, I get it, but she wasn't filthy. She was just, I worked today. Sweaty, I guess.
I'm not taking a shower in the dark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Not a candle. Like, and besides, I guess you would have to shower with the curtain open because, I mean, unless it's like a clear shower curtain, it's translucent. It's not going to get through. Or opaque, even.
Yeah. And also, I feel like really dumb right now.
Or is she just going to shower holding the candle?
Would the water not be able to be hot then? Because wouldn't the power being out... I guess the water in the
If it
water
was
heater
gas.
would still be hot.
Yeah.
If it was gas, yeah.
It could be gas,
Because
too.
when I was scared about the power going out over our massive snow and ice storm we had, I was thinking, well, at least we'll have hot water.
Yeah, true.
And if you get cold, you take a hot bath.
That's right. And then freeze and
Yeah.
snuggle up later.
But as she starts to undress, we can see that she notices something on her body. So she runs over to Mulder's and knocks on his hotel door and asks him to look at something for her.
Did she get dressed first?
No, she's completely nude.
You said she gets undressed, looks at it, and then runs over there.
Bush out and everything.
She's wearing like a robe, like a shower robe thing that people used to wear. Like towel material, but a robe.
What do we think the pubic hair situations are on Mulder and Scully?
I don't know if we want to
I
talk
don't
about
Probably
it.
full on bush back then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the 90s there was no trimming, there was no.
I mean, razors
Nothing.
weren't invented until 2004, so
Oh, okay, of course.
that's when Motorola came out with them, right?
Yeah, the Motorola Razor.
Yeah, that's when you could first shave. God, I'm
Oh,
an idiot.
you're so stupid. All right.
All right. So she comes in and just starts to disrobe down to her bra and panties. I can't imagine what the hell Mulder thinks of this.
Bling bling, baby.
He's like, well, fuck yeah, let's get it on.
Well, with her back to him.
Yeah. Well, he's a striptease, you know.
Yeah.
But she gestures towards her lower back, and he kneels down to check her out. There's 3 bumps. Scully frantically asks, Mulder, what are they? Mulder just laughs to himself and tells her that they're mosquito bites. Which, by the way, they actually released a product tie-in for this episode where they were trying to come up with a mosquito repellent that would rival off for the launch of the X-Files. And what they decided to do was infuse it with this chemical that would make it glow in the dark after you sprayed it on yourself. But after several people reported that it caused them to break out in itchy bumps, they discontinued that.
What a shame.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen all kinds of people in the dark walking around.
They'd be glowing and itchy at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is honestly the apex of how you want to live life. Glowing and itchy.
Yes, I mean, if you're not glowy and itchy, what are you even doing?
And I mean,
Exactly.
Mulder, hit me up because that's a great name for your autobiography.
Glowy and itchy?
Glowing and itchy.
That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Has a ring to it. Makes you wonder what's inside, you know?
Sure. I don't know if I'd pick it up myself, but yeah.
If you knew it was Mulder.
But anyway, she hugs him in relief, and she's pretty shaken up about it. Mulder offers her to sit with him as she's shaken, I wrote. So she's shaken and she's shaken. I made sure that I wanted you to know she's got shaken Scully syndrome. Anyway, they sit.
So they candlelight sit together and chit chat.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, Scully lays in the bed under the covers as Mulder tells her a story. He was 12. His sister was 8. She just vanished out of her bed one night. No evidence of foul play, just nothing. It tore his family apart. No one talked about it. No facts to confront, no hope, just the absence of his little sister. He eventually went off to England for school, and when he came back, he was recruited into the Bureau.
That's why I believe he's on. He did all that to get recruited into the Bureau. He's on a mission to find out what happened to his sister.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He's got some. This is where you find out Mulder has personal stakes in this. He's not just a guy obsessed with weird stuff.
Yeah.
But as they're talking, we cut outside and see a hooded man approaching the hotel in the rain and in the dark. And we get the impression this guy is up to no good.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't get to ruminate on that any, because back inside, Mulder's recounting how, after a few successes, he was given a longer leash, allowed to pursue his own interests. He found the X-Files. He read all the cases he could get his hands on, everything from UFO sightings to the occult. But there was certain government information someone kept blocking him from accessing. Scully asks who that could be. Mulder doesn't know, but he knows it has to be someone powerful. He says the only reason he's been able to even continue his work is because of connections he's made in Congress. Scully asks if they're afraid he'll leak the information. He says she's part of that agenda. She'd know. She tells him he has to trust her and reiterates that for her it's about solving the case. Mulder seems to trust her a bit here. He confides in her about regression hypnosis. He's been able to access repressed memories about the night his sister vanished. He recalls being paralyzed, a bright light outside the window, a presence in the room. He becomes very intense when he talks about the things he believes in. He tells Scully this thing exists. The government knows about it, and he has to know what they're protecting. He says, nothing else matters to me.
You get a little glimpse of the intense Mulder acting face.
He gets really intense when he's talking about stuff he believes
He
in.
gets a lip quiver sometimes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a... You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like when he, especially like after he says something and he's like waiting for a response, you can see like a little bit
Kind
of
of
a lip
like
quiver.
when your parents tell you go to your room and you're like, no, you go to your room.
Your room.
Your room's down the hall. You go there now. I play toys.
And that happened quite frequently with Dad.
Frequently. You added an N there. Oh, God.
Just adding extra letters to words.
That's how serious it was.
But he also says this is the closest he's ever gotten to it. And then the tension is cut by a ringing phone. Mulder answers. A woman tells him Peggy Odell is dead. They leave. The pair of agents arrive at a traffic accident involving an 18-wheeler. The truck driver says she ran out in front of him. Mulder says, she was running? On foot?
That was so hilarious. I was like, no, she was on her hands.
Right? No, but I can't remember if you mentioned when we first talked about her, but she was in a wheelchair. And presumably couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I don't think they told us what exactly was wrong with her from the accident or whatever, but I'm assuming she was in a wheelchair because she couldn't walk.
Yeah.
So that's why he said it, but the way he says it, on foot?
Yeah. He's like, he has a look of what the fuck?
And the other person's just like, I mean, what else?
But Scully examines Peggy's body and notices that her watch is stopped. Mulder informs her that someone trashed the lab and took off with the body they had exhumed. They decide to go back to their hotel. It's on fire. Their evidence is toast. What the fuck?
Literally.
Yeah, this comes out of nowhere. This whole thing, like, it's like, they're starting to kind of slowly figure stuff out or whatever, and all of a sudden the body's gone, hotel's on fire, everything's over.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
Like, nah, y'all
shit.
thought y'all had something,
You
bitch.
ain't getting no further than that.
Yeah, they just, what now? I don't know. You tell us.
What now is, Teresa Nemeth comes up and asks them for protection.
Oh, yes, the Dr. Nemen's daughter
Yeah,
from
the
the
autopsy
early
guy.
scene of the graveyard.
Yes.
Yes.
They go to a diner, and she tells them what happened to her. Ever since graduation, she'll just find herself in the woods with no memory of getting there. I feel you. I've had many nights.
Many, many times I've woken up and just had no idea how I got there.
Yep, in a Walmart, sometimes in China. Just depends.
I was in a koi pond in some random backyard one time.
Yep.
The fish were gone though, so
You probably
I
ate them in your sleep.
I ate the koi pond fish in my sleep.
Oh my God.
But you know what? Never the woods. I need to try that sometime.
Right, yeah. Eating koi fish in the woods?
No, waking up and not knowing how I got to the woods.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how you can trigger that.
The koi fish are obviously only in the koi pond. Duh.
What if there's a koi pond in the woods?
It wouldn't be a koi pond because a koi pond is specifically man-made.
Maybe.
I think. I really don't know that
I
for a
don't know
fact. I'm
either.
just saying stuff now.
But she says it happens to her friends too. That's why she wants protection. Her friends all died this way, and now Peggy is dead too. Quick question though, Mom. Would you have worn this denim jacket Mulder was wearing here?
I don't remember his jacket, but yes, I've had denim jacket, and I've also had a denim jacket with some bling on it, with the little, whatever, shiny fake diamond.
Rhinestones?
Yes.
Rhinestones. He's wearing a denim jacket?
Yeah.
I don't remember the denim jacket.
I remember you had a denim jacket for me, and I think you liked when I wore it, but I hated it.
Yeah, Jolie didn't like hers either that I got her.
They're heavy.
They're weird.
I don't like the
It's like someone looked at pants and said, yeah, but your torso.
And it's weird because denim on my legs feels absolutely fine. I like that. I like wearing jeans. It's great. But as soon as you put it on my arms, I'm like, that doesn't go there. Like, it feels like the wrong material for your upper body. I don't know.
It kind of feels like they're calling you an asshead.
I did have a jean jacket that I liked a lot. It was one of them like crop ones. It's like he wore like a long tank top and wore like a short jean jacket. But I know like in the 90s, they just, big old jean jackets. The boyfriend jean jacket thing was a thing where the girls would wear jean jackets that were too big for them. And it was the boyfriend jean jacket. Kind of how they did recently. They did the boyfriend jeans.
Yeah.
Was a thing they did kind of recently.
I had a blue jean dress, and it was real tight at the bottom. It was
like a pencil or what do they call it?
It was like a bodycon almost.
Like a pencil skirt?
But out of jean material.
Huh.
But a pencil skirt, but a dress, but denim.
Yeah.
Really short too, wasn't it?
It was above my knee.
oh my goodness,
God.
above the knee.
Showing knee in this economy for free?
Showing shin in this economy for free. Tisk tisk.
But Teresa says her father knows about this and told her to keep quiet. She doesn't think her father can protect her. Mulder asks if she has the marks. She says she does. She's scared she's gonna die. Scully reassures her, but just then Teresa's nose spouts blood. At that exact moment, her dad walks in, telling her to go home with him. The man with Teresa's dad turns out to be Detective Miles, Billy's father. The detective tells the gang to stay away from his son. Outside, Scully says that they know who is responsible, that Dr. Niman has been hiding evidence from the beginning, flubbing autopsies. And now there's the detective. Who else would have reason to trash their evidence? And what would they want with that dug-up corpse? Mulder wonders what's in the other two kids' graves. So naturally, we pull up to a cemetery again, in the rain, of course. But the graves are visibly empty. Mulder thinks he has it figured out. He thinks Billy Miles killed them. Scully is in disbelief. That boy is in a vegetative state. Mulder says he's not making this up. This fits the profile of an alien abduction. Peggy ran, not rolled, out in front of that truck just after 9 p.m., around the same moment they experienced lost time. Mulder knows something must have happened in those 9 minutes. That time as they know it stopped and something took control of it. Scully laughs. He asks if she thinks she's crazy. He asks if she thinks he's crazy. Whoops. She doesn't answer, just stands in the pouring rain. Scully is putting 2 and 2 together. She saw the watch. It was the same time Mulder's watch had shown. Mulder goes Mulder mode here for the first time.
Oh.
He says, that's the reason the kids come to the forest, because the forest controls them and summons them there. And the marks are from some kind of test that's being done on them. And that maybe causes some kind of genetic mutation, which would explain the body we dug up.
Mulder mode is kind of similar to like Sherlock Holmes when he finally figures it out.
Yeah.
It's similar to that. It's like he like puts all the things that he's learned and the things that have happened, and then the one thing happened that makes it all click for him, and he's just like, and he's just so excited about it, and he just like, and usually within the first 2 or 3 things he says, Scully is like, but science.
Yeah. Scully says, in the forest summoned Teresa Niman's body into the woods tonight. Mulder agrees and adds that it was Billy Miles that took her there, summoned by some alien impulse.
Was she on foot?
Scully laughs at him here, in the rain, and Mulder starts laughing too. They both sound insane and they can laugh at that. This moment sings. It's beautiful. When someone asks me when I knew this show was the one, I point to this. This is where she actually gets on board.
Yeah. She doesn't believe it. She thinks he's crazy. But she sees that he believes it.
Yeah.
And she also knows that he's a very intelligent person. So, like, she's like, I feel like she almost just, like, gives in to, like, just letting him do his thing here.
Yeah.
And she, like, I feel like she just, like, I guess I'm along for the ride now. It's kind of what it feels like, you know?
Yeah. So, they decide to pay a visit to Billy Miles. And, oh God, this nurse.
Oh God.
If he blinks, I know about it. What'd you think of this nurse, Mom?
I thought she was unprofessional
Yeah.
I don't know.
she said she said that's not my side of the produce aisle.
That's not my.
She referred to them as produce.
Because they're vegetables.
Yeah, I got it.
Just what the fuck, lady? Bedside manner, man.
Right?
Amen.
And like, by yourself with only the nurses present, talk how you want, I guess, whatever. But there was other people there. You know what I mean? And like, honestly, no matter what you believe, I've heard plenty of stories about people coming out of comas, coming out of vegetable states, whatever, and they could hear stuff.
Yeah,
So you really shouldn't be saying things like that.
Exactly.
No. But Mulder asks the nurse some questions while Scully goes feet finding.
Ugh.
And what she finds is that his feet are very dirty. Very suspicious for a boy that's non-responsive.
Was he on foot?
I think he was on foot.
That's why I said dirty feet don't lie. That boy can walk.
Yeah, she gets... Are you going into detail on that?
No, but it's gross.
She digs into like his toe.
Yeah, we don't gotta talk about it.
It's really gross, and then she's like examining all of the toes, very very like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, she's like tasting them.
No, she doesn't
she went
taste them.
tasting.
Ew.
Toe to the tank.
But there is a very very close up, gross shot of them just like examining these dirty toes.
We can
trigger warning, I suppose.
We can move past this.
Yeah.
She collects a sample of the dirt and they exit. She now thinks Billy might have killed Peggy. He at least was in the woods. The foot dirt and the pocket dirt seem to be the same ashy substance.
The foot dirt and the pocket dirt.
They can't lab test it, though, due to the hotel fire. Mulder wants to make sure she understands what she's saying, because she'll have to write it in the report. She admits he's right and says they will take another sample from the forest. The agents pull up to the forest to find the detective's car already there. The pair hear a woman scream and run off into the woods. And another Mark Snow glaze corner. He's killing it here. The percussion is wild.
Yes, the percussion is really good there.
I don't know. I can't.
And brother,
onomatopoeia that.
Before we get too far from it, first of all, that nurse was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And why didn't they say, so why is there dirt on his feet?
Because she's I don't know.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah,
I know it wouldn't have mattered, but she would have been like, oh my god, like she should have been flabbergasted by it. I just don't know why they didn't say anything.
You see, the reason she wouldn't know about the foot dirt is because it's not blinking. She said he blinks and I know about it, not he walks on his feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
his feet are different vegetables, something.
A different produce section aisle thing or whatever.
Oh my god. And Scully gets cold-cocked in the face by the butt of the detective's shotgun. Ouch.
Ouch. The face or head?
Yeah, the face. And Mulder also runs into the sheriff or the detective, whatever the fuck he is. And he tells Mulder to get on the ground. Mulder confronts him, says the detective knows that it's his son. There's another scream. The detective runs off. He finds his son Billy holding Teresa Nimen's unconscious body. He pleads with Billy to leave her alone. The detective raises his shotgun at Billy, but Mulder takes him from behind. A shot rings out. Scully hears it and runs in its direction. Wind again, just like in the cold open. Billy lifts Teresa into his arms and stares upward at something engulfing him in light. Scully can see something happening in the distance. There's a complete whiteout. Then, nothing. Just Billy standing in the dark woods. Teresa Nimen on the ground. Billy looks over and says, "Dad?" They embrace, and Mulder notices there are no marks on Billy's back. Mulder and Scully find each other. She asks him what happened. All he can say is it was incredible. And this look he gives her is like, I can't describe it. It's like, what the fuck is it? What's this look? He's like, I can't even.
I'm trying to remember. You're acting like I have this picture in front of me. I don't know.
He's like that.
Oh, okay. I think I remember what you mean. And his facial acting is like...
It's weird.
It's very, very weird. It's like he was hired to be a boy in a coma and they changed the story halfway through and they're like, well, we gotta use him. But he wasn't meant to be acting.
I'm talking about Mulder, not the kid in the coma.
The kid in the... You're talking about Mulder here?
Yeah, Mulder goes up to Scully and he says it was incredible. And then,
it was incredible. That part, I thought you were saying See, I thought you were saying the kid was saying it was incredible.
No.
But of course, but wait. This is the moment where something happens and Scully doesn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, Scully sees it from the distance.
She still doesn't believe.
Yeah,
She doesn't see any...
She doesn't see anything.
She sees tertiary stuff, like lights and some sounds, but she doesn't actually see...
She came in later, too. She wasn't there at the exact moment, did
Yeah, she saw it in the distance.
Okay.
Yeah, she saw a light and she saw them, like, people standing and whatever, but she didn't actually see specifically what happened, which is a running fun thing.
Yeah. But, we find ourselves now in an interview with Billy Miles. And I don't know if I wrote about it, but they have him under hypnotic regression right now.
Yeah, they're doing like the hypno-regression therapy thing that Mulder was talking about earlier, saying he had it done about his sister.
Okay, so that's why he's spilling the beans.
Yeah,
I
they're
just thought
doing...
It was voluntarily.
Because without that, he wouldn't know anything. I think that the whole point was he didn't remember what happened. They had to use regression therapy, which is that even a real thing? I don't know. But they had to do that so he could...
So it wasn't clear to you that he was under hypnosis?
No, I didn't realize it.
Yeah. It doesn't really say it. The only way that you kind of know is because they mentioned that the...
Well, to me, it's because of, like, the chair he's in. And the way they're talking to him and the way he's talking, it just
he's kind of talking like
feels like obviously hypnosis to me.
He kind of talks like he's in a trance.
Yeah, he's like, and then I was walking through the place, and then yeah, like that kind of like monotone thing.
They're just like, get to the point.
Why didn't I catch on?
It's all right.
It's good that you don't, because they don't specifically state it. It's not like they tell you. It's kind of a little hidden detail almost.
But Billy says that he first saw the light during a graduation celebration in the forest. It took him away to a testing place. The people there told him to gather the others for testing. He says they put something in his head. In another room, behind a two-way mirror, Scully, the bespectacled man, and the cigarette-smoking man from before listen in. The cigarette-smoking man whispers to Spectacles. Then they both leave together. Scully sits with Spectacles and another man who tells her that the field reports are insupportable on a scientific and credibility basis. Scully understands and says that the report is subjective. She doesn't draw any conclusions about what she's seen. She's being very careful. They want evidence. Something. Anything. Scully produces the metallic implant. She had it with her during the hotel fire in her pocket. She ran tests on it and the material was unidentifiable. The men look over the evidence and ask what Mulder believes. She says he believes we are not alone. She's dismissed. As Scully exits, we see a placard that says Division Chief Scott Blevins. So that's the name of Spectacles. His name is Scott Blevins.
Oh,
He's
Blevins.
the division chief.
Can I just say, I found it very strange. And I guess it's just like a thing of like she's been in the bureaucracy of stuff for a long time, and she's like, she thinks all her bosses are good guys and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But, like, all this conspiracy stuff and, like, who would have known that they had the evidence in the hotel room and stuff? Why does she just willingly just give over that one last piece of evidence?
I think she still doesn't understand fully how fucked the situation is with the government.
Like, I don't necessarily think she should have immediately thought that Spectacles and Cigarette Smoking Man and them were bad or in any way like that, but I feel like she should have at least been suspicious of all the people above her in the government at this point. Like, she just obviously something just happened. I think
she also thought that the interference was more from the town than the federal government.
Because later they said, I think you might get to that later, they say that the evidence is gone or whatever from that town or...
They lost everything.
Basically. But, as she walks down the hall, a familiar face passes her and walks into the office she just left. Late at night, Scully gets a call from Mulder. He can't sleep. He talked to the DA in Raymond County, Oregon, and there's no case file on Billy Miles. The paperwork they filed is gone. They need to talk.
Uh-oh. She says, in the morning, and hangs up.
Yeah. Now we're following that same man from before, the one that smokes. He's in some kind of a storage facility. You see him put away the metallic implant with more like it. We see him walk through a massive filing system with a large door.
Like huge ceilings and
Huge,
everything.
yeah. He closes the door behind him. He's in the fucking Pentagon.
Yeah, it's like there's a thing on the door with like an emergency exit map for like, I think it's the basement level. It says basement level on it.
I think it's the basement, but I'm not sure.
It says it in like the small print box.
He's
basement level.
He's in the center of the Pentagon.
Yeah, it's deep down. And there's this little thing he pulls out from his shelf where he puts this little tiny, we're talking like the size of like a thumb, let's say.
Yeah, smaller really, maybe.
Yeah, and then the thing inside of it is like an inch long and like the teeniest thing. And like he puts it, this little thing, and there's like 6 of them in there.
Yeah.
All different containers, but they all look similar. And then there's hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of boxes.
So you get the idea that this is a way more convoluted, massive cover-up than we...
So my first thought is, so everything in here, in this building that we see with these giant shelves that reach and reach and reach, my first thought is this just all evidence of like paranormal, alien, weird stuff?
It's gotta be
and it's just
something.
like the hidden... Why would you... It's like all in one spot. All someone has to do is find that room.
It's in one of the most secure buildings in the entire country.
Whatever. I could break into it, I'm sure.
But, so that was the first episode of The X-Files. Mom, if you were just flipping channels and you stumbled upon this and decided to watch a few minutes, would this have hooked you and made you want to watch more?
Yes, I believe so, but I wanted to say something.
Oh, say something.
I wanted to say maybe by the next episode they'll have umbrellas.
They do just stand in the rain about 4 different times. Just having full, like they had to have gone through like 4 or 5 outfits.
Yeah.
Just like the actual FBI characters, not like, you know, Jillian and David Duchovny, but like they're just constantly just standing in the rain. The FBI issues umbrellas for people, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah, you'd think.
So.
Yes, I liked it. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen on the next one.
Oh, it's good.
Would you have liked it in the 90s?
I probably would have if I could have, you know, had time to watch it, but I had more important things to do at that
There was
time.
Like what?
Some rotten little
take
thing.
Care of a beautiful bundle bouncing baby boy.
Oh my gosh. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
If I would have watched this in the 90s when this came out, I would have been too young to understand what was going on.
So the thing is, if you were flipping channels,
I know,
and you just happened to land on it at any point.
I know. I was making a joke because I asked her if she would have liked it in the 90s when it came out, because she would have been an adult then. I was a child, and I probably would have been terrified if I was. What year did this come out?
93.
93. Okay, I would have been 5.
Yeah, it would have been scary.
Because I am, for everyone to know, 5 years older than Dash.
What would you have thought of it, Dash?
When you were a baby.
Well, if I was just like flipping around and I landed on this, I think I would have within probably... I probably would have left it on there. I think honestly the first thing I would have noticed would have been like the soundtrack. I would have been like, this is telling me that this is something like special and different and interesting. Yeah.
I would have been hooked, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I think if I wasn't just going into it deciding to watch the X-Files, which is what we actually did, if I was just like landing on this, I definitely would be like, I gotta watch the next episode, man.
Yeah, there's so many little things. They definitely, especially in these early episodes, they definitely like hint at and show you a lot of like, you really are guessing and wondering about so many things.
Yeah. So, was this solved?
Not in the slightest.
No, not at all. No.
I guess Billy did it,
Yeah.
Technically, I guess. But how? What was it? Are there really aliens? Like you don't see. No matter what you see, you don't really see anything that definitely confirms something. You see the light, and she disappears or whatever. But what was that?
You know what?
Do you know what I mean? Like you don't see aliens or a ship, or you don't, see anything that makes you actually think. But you definitely have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I feel like questions are what bring people back. That's why they do cliffhangers at the end of shows and stuff. Obviously.
Yeah.
I was when that last scene when he's putting that thing away. I was thinking, man, I should rewind this and count those and see if it matches up the number of kids that have died.
Huh.
There was...
I think there was 6, like
six
you
of
said.
them. Yeah, there were 6 of them. I'm sure of that.
So, no.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because you're thinking 4, right?
Yeah.
What about the kid in Texas and the kid in the other state? There was 2 other states where it happened at before, where when he first... Which, by the way, was something else I wanted to bring up. Early, when he's first talking about it, in the very beginning, first telling Scully about it, he mentioned that there was another kid, I can't remember the other state, one of the states was Texas, and another state, 2 other states besides Oregon, whatever, it's Oregon. What's the story with those ones? Is that also an alien? Is there also a kid in a coma in those towns too?
So I think those were the other 2. No, they're not the other 2.
They're not.
Because
Those
they don't even mention the name of the other 2 kids.
No,
They're
they
just
don't.
Classmates of Ray
Yes,
Helms
but those
and
are
Billy
from
Miles.
that town, and those are those 4 kids. But there was
Okay.
definitely 2 other states.
So yeah,
far away states.
It could be, yeah. It could be.
So-
Mom thought about something there that
So
I didn't think
that
about.
is 6.
Wow.
But then,
My old brain still works a little.
but then now to put a plot hole in that, I'm sorry,
Damn.
but if that did happen in those 2 other states, I'm assuming each of those situations has multiple kids that it's happened to in each of those towns,
Probably, yeah.
just like in this town.
Yeah.
But why don't? And that's another part of the not solved. It definitely wasn't solved. They just ignored the other 2 towns that had this happen. They just didn't go to those towns or investigate those any further whatsoever.
Right.
No one was arrested. There's no court hearing. There's a file put into the government system that says they went there.
Yeah, if that.
And
yeah.
then there's that thing in the secret Pentagon office.
Yeah.
Not solved at all. 100%.
Okay, so this next segment, I think I have to explain a little bit. Basically, we want to know what your MVP was. And your MVP can be anything. It can be an organization like the government, or it can be a character, or it can be an object. It can be whatever you want. Who do you think your MVP was for this episode, Mom?
I want to say my MVP, which I don't really exactly know what MVP stands for.
Most valuable player. Like who was the
okay.
shining star of this episode?
Yeah, what was like the peak thing, person, event, whatever?
Well, my favorite part is where the girl in the dang cafe or wherever they're at says, "Am I gonna die?" And they say no, and then
So, would you want your MVP to be Teresa Nimmin or Nosebleeds?
Teresa Nimmin.
Okay. 1 vote for Teresa. I don't think she's going to make it that far because she's a temporary character. But
Yeah, I know she won't, but that was my most memorable.
all right, Teresa Nimmin has 1. And I should say that whoever wins this MVP at the end of this first season of The X-Files will get an all-expenses-paid vacation to the moon for 1 week.
With a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I be the guest at least?
Well, I think they're going to have, like, they're probably going to set a bar up on the moon.
Yeah, there's going to be, like, a hotel.
Probably a pool.
A pool. I was going to say a pool, yeah.
A moon,
Oh, wow.
Is a moon pool a thing?
Does water stay when there's not Is there not gravity, or is it less?
Yeah, we're gonna
I don't know a lot about space.
We're gonna have to work out how water works on the moon, but after that, we're gonna get it set up, and they're gonna have a great time. Whoever wins.
Yeah. So
now who is your MVP?
Oh, who is my MVP? I'm gonna have to give it to the spray paint can.
Spray paint can, excellent. It did play a very important role.
Yes,
I think that was the X that the spray paint can created was a very valuable part of the story, and that spray paint can really did a lot of work here. And I don't think Mulder would have realized anything without it.
And I bet he keeps on using it.
For your consideration, spray paint can.
Yes.
We're doing an Oscars campaign. So, my MVP for this episode is the dynamic between Mulder and Scully. And since that's both of them, I will give them both 1 point.
No.
Yes.
They both get half a point.
No, they both get 1 point.
No. Do whatever you want. I don't care. But it makes sense for them. It's not fair for two people to get at a point for you. But we only get 1 point for each of us.
Fine. I will give...
And for the record, there's a good chance that Mulder and Scully will be MVPs a lot more often than anybody else, so they're already probably going to be one of the winners.
But Dash can do anything he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm outnumbered.
We'll leave it there for now and come back to it.
Yeah, you can give them 1 point. I don't care.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so another segment. Damage report. What kind of damage did the agents suffer in this episode?
Oh.
Emotional damage from their stuff getting destroyed and taken away. And...
Yeah, and I imagine Scully was a little emotionally damaged after having to strip in front of Mulder.
Or just be around Mulder.
Yeah, just in general. I'm having to hear him talk and breathe and
Think.
blink. Think.
Well, I'll tell you what, that one nurse will know if he blinks now.
I think both Mulder and Scully each got the flu about 3 to 4 times in this episode.
Oh, for sure. Easily.
Absolutely.
The standing in the rain, that's why there's probably like a week time jump in between each scene because they get the cold. Or the flu. Or a cold.
And also, Scully just got clocked in her... There's some like ocular bone damage maybe there, or a bruised... She's got a black eye. I don't know.
Okay, she definitely has...
You knew it was the ocular bone.
Well, yeah.
That's bone here, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, but I knew that.
Ah.
But, so, okay. So the damage report is technically some colds and a minor concussion. Minimal.
For sure.
Minimal. Possible sprain or fractures.
Yeah.
But definitely concussion.
I mean, she got hit in the
sure.
face with the butt of a shotgun. So.
Mulder get hurt at all anywhere?
His feelings.
That doesn't count. That happens too often.
Yeah, that happens every episode.
He would just win the damage every time. It would just always be him. Wait till he cries.
Oh, God. All right. So, Mom.
Yes.
I want you to guess at what the next episode is about. Would you like me to hit you with the title?
Now, please, whatever the first thing you think of is, please say whatever it is, okay?
Okay.
And you just go with it.
All right.
The next episode is called Deep Throat.
Are you serious?
Yes, dead serious.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you want to know what the first thing I think of?
Oh, God. Maybe.
It's a game you used to play. Solid Snake.
Oh, yes. Metal Gear Solid. One of Olga says she's Deep Throat when she helps Raiden cross the bridge with mines on it. And I think maybe in the first one, Gray Fox, the ninja, tells Snake he's something.
Did you really just say maybe in the first one? Yes, in the first one. It's Deep Throat.
Yes, but I'm not sure if he says he's Deep Throat or not.
He doesn't say he's Deep Throat. He just says, I'll call you Deep Throat.
Okay.
But yes, Deep Throat is a character in the first Metal Gear Solid game. Technically.
Okay. Well, it's Gray Fox.
There's a character named Deep Throat for a period of time in the game.
Guys, it's a cyber ninja.
So what do you think happens in the episode then? If it's called Deep Throat.
I think that there's going to be some kind of conspiracy and a person undercover, and their name is Deep Throat.
Well, that's a good guess, Mom, but you're actually completely wrong.
completely,
What
totally
happens
wrong.
is Mulder joins an amateur 90s rap competition under the name Deep Throat to track down a rapper named Lil Alien, who turns out to just be some quirky rhymer out of Lincoln County, Arizona.
Oh, my
Okay,
Lord.
Lil Alien. He goes beep boop beep boop.
Little
Is that
alien.
the kind of rap he does?
I think I meant to say Nevada.
Did you mean to say Nevada? Where did you say?
I said Arizona.
Arizona, Nevada, whatever.
Anyway, Lincoln County, Nevada, or maybe Arizona. One of them is where Area 51 is.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's from there, and that's why he's a little alien, and Mulder's gonna
Oh, okay.
join the rap competition.
Deep Throat and Little Alien doing a duet together.
Deep Throat and Little Alien. What a package.
Why do I feel like we just like came up with like 4 different names for pornos?
Or bands.
Or bands. Yeah, those are interchangeable. You'd be surprised.
Oh my god.
Little Alien and Deep Throat. Band
Or porn.
or porn?
Band or porn? That should be a new segment that we work in.
It should be. That's actually not bad.
But I think that's it, guys. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Nope, I can't think of nothing.
Well, I think we seriously enjoyed watching this.
Yeah.
And even though it took us a little while to get everything figured out, it was super fun.
Yes.
And I am really looking forward to watching all the rest of them.
Me too.
Yes.
Go home and brush up on your quantum physics and buy some umbrellas.
And if you want to keep listening, maybe you should start watching the episodes with us, and then you could keep up with it.
Well, hopefully some people are. But all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next time. Same X-Files place, same X-Files time. That totally sounded like a fart, but that was the chair. If it picked it up,
It was the chair.
She's sitting in a leather chair. I'm not just running optics for you here. It was a chair. It was a chair. So this is our first time recording this. I may edit this out. I may not. But
If you have been here listening, then you are a friend.
yes.
Yes.
And we will see you on the other side. We made this.